Good morning, Larry.
Good morning. How are you?
Good, and yourself?
I'm fine, thank you.
Now that you have your glasses on,
Yeah.
how do you envision the future?
Well, as I am a very positive person, and I know that the future is gonna be bright. At the moment, there's a lot of uncertainties, a lot of things going on in the world, but I see a lot of people having a lot of positive energy. It's a little bit difficult, but there's a lot of positive energy, positive vibe there in the air. And personally, I'm a positive person. No matter how great the challenges are, I know that there's always a bright future at the end,
And your future specifically?
In my future specifically, I always see myself as being a great person. And I have come to understand that to achieve this, you're going to face a lot of challenges in life, a lot of ups and downs, and you just need to never give up, And I try so hard never to give up, and every day opens a new door or a new challenge, but I just still never give up. I keep going, and I know the end is going to be, I'm going to be a really successful person.
Good.
Yeah.
Okay. What's your name?
My names are Larry Adesuyi. Yeah, and I'm from Lagos, Nigeria.
Where is Lagos, Nigeria exactly?
Oh, Lagos is one of the biggest cities in Nigeria, West Africa. It's like the market hub of Nigeria. Basically, you have everybody living in Lagos from the north, south, the east, and west of Nigeria, from so many other parts of the country. It's a market hub, You have all kinds of businesses there, services, companies. It's a beautiful city, a lot of happy people, and a lot of difficult places and difficult and bad situations as well. But in general, it's an amazing city to visit, and I'll encourage you to visit as well.
As a child?
Yeah.
Could you describe the first home you remember?
Oh, my first home as a child. Growing up was really amazing. I was born in the northern part of Nigeria. And my dad used to work with the print press. It's called University Press Limited back in the day. And, growing up in the north was really peaceful and quiet. It's not really, it was quite a closed environment, and home was all that you had. You wake up in the morning, your mom puts you together, you go to school, you come back home. You go to church on Sundays, you come back home. It's always home. And I grew up with my siblings, 2 brothers and 2 sisters. So we had ourselves, as a team. We used to sing, we used to, do some dramas, we were each other's friends. So growing up was really more like a family thing, and today I'm basically a family-oriented person. Primarily my first objective is always family, because
so you would define home as where your family is.
Yeah, family. My that's where I find security. That's where I can be most vulnerable and safe as well.
Do you remember how big your first home was?
No. Our first home was really not particularly. I can't remember clearly, but our first home was, I think, a 3-bedroom apartment.
Okay.
Yeah, in the northern part. Not big, just average sized for. Because first there was me and my brother. And yeah, before my sisters came through, and yeah, so it was just an average-sized home in the north, okay. in a village in the northern part of Nigeria.
And could you explain a little? Did your mother work? Did your father work? What did they do?
Yeah. My dad used to work as in a print press, like I said, and my mom used to work as a nurse. And my mom was a nurse for so many years, so of course she was switching between, she was always taking us to school, then she goes to work, and my dad was always on the road. His kind of work took him around the country, everywhere, so he was always traveling, and once in a while he had the time to come back home, you know, sort out the usual things, spend some time, but before you know it, he's back on the road.
And what was your favorite moment when it comes to family? The moment that you remember the most when everyone was together?
Yeah, growing up, the most interesting part was in the festive periods, the Christmas, the Easter periods, because this is the time family, the whole family, both the nuclear and the extended family get to come together. So there's parties, there's a lot of food, there's catching up with your cousins and nieces and nephews. And there's just happiness, joy, you know, especially when the family is complete at the end of the year, you know, so we come together to celebrate this. And yeah, you know, everybody's living in different parts of the country, so we all travel to the family home, and this has always been the highlights of the moments or of the year whenever the family is together.
And your mother's favorite dish?
Oof, that's gonna be a difficult one because my mom loves cooking a lot. She used to be a caterer at a point in time, so I will still say, top of my head, her favorite dish is the local Nigerian dish. It's called pounded yam with egusi soup, and she's an expert at making this, you know. So yeah, I think I would say this. I'm sure if I ask her today, she'll say something different, but yeah, at the top of my head, that's it.
Okay, and did you study at university in Nigeria, or how far have you studied and where?
Yep, in Nigeria, I studied in a private university. I started in a private university, Bach University. But over the years, I had social issues with the school. Academically, I was doing fine, but we had some sports footballing events. And I mean, we were kids, some arguments, you know, came out on the field, there was a fight, and a lot of us got suspended. And yeah, it was really a tough experience, but I had 3 years there. I was studying marketing, and that's where, you know, my love for marketing really started, because academically I was doing good, and yeah, eventually I dropped out because of the social issues I had. Then I started working, and after 5-6 years working, I got the feeling to want to go back and study, because I knew something was missing, and I decided to go back to school, and I got an admission to study in another university in Barcelona, business administration. So I took it, I went to school, I studied, and I graduated.
What was it called?
Business administration.
At what university?
EU Business School in Barcelona, Spain.
Okay. And regarding work, what was the first job you ever did?
The first job I did, I worked actually in marketing and sales for Havila Merchants Nigeria Limited in Nigeria. It's a library procurement company. Yeah, and I did mostly marketing and sales for them. I was also quite handy, and they had an engineering section where they installed mobile shelving systems for universities, for different organizations. So sometimes when they were short of hand in that department, they will take me along, you know, and I will install with them, install the mobile shelving system. It's an amazing system, shelving system you install in libraries, because it protects your documents from fire. It's really safe. It takes lesser space, you know. So it was a really great experience, and I did that for 2 years.
And have you ever been fired from a job?
Yes, I have been fired from a job while living in Barcelona. Before I was able to get my working permit, I was working at a company called Catalunya Casas in Sabadell. It's a holiday rental company. And I was living in Barcelona, so of course I was leaving Barcelona every day to go to Sabadell to work. But then I didn't have a working permit, and the boss at that time was paying 300 euros. So it became really, really difficult to catch up, and I was having accommodation problems at this time. So sometimes I will get to work really, really late, and the boss, you know, gets pissed off, and so eventually, after 3 months, she had to let me go.
When you think about making 300 euros a month, how many hours were you working a week?
I was working the regular. I was working about 8-9 hours a day, so that's the usual 40 hours a week.
For 300 euros?
For 300 euros.
Okay, so in the Western world, that would be called exploitation. Do you consider that an opportunity, or do you consider that you were being exploited for 300 euros an hour?
Well, looking back at it and looking at the situation, I will take it as an opportunity. First of all, because I got to work. I wasn't just sitting every day. Now, I also believe that it's better to aim to earn no matter how little it is than earning nothing. And also, it was an opportunity for me to get an experience in working in that sector. I had never worked in that sector before, you know, the holiday rental agency. So for these reasons, I saw it as an opportunity. And the pay really wasn't important anymore, even though at the end of the day, it still affected me. But for me, it was more of an opportunity, more of a good experience.
Are you aware how much you were getting paid per hour?
I really couldn't say exactly, but looking at 300 euros, I would say maybe 3 euros per hour.
€1 and 88 cents.
Okay. I didn't break it down that much, but yeah.
I think it's interesting because this type of work and condition is something that normally wouldn't be accepted by someone living in the country, someone that was born and raised here.
Yeah.
And many times, people that come from another country like yourself have to accept conditions that are much further below what's considered acceptable.
Yeah.
Could you explain the feeling that you have knowing that it's not what everyone else is getting paid, but it's also an opportunity, that the mixed emotions maybe of knowing that you should get more, but also understanding that you kind of have to swallow your pride, say yes, and keep proving what you're worth? How does that make you feel?
If I were to answer this just like a person who doesn't think, I would say I feel it's a bad situation. You know, it will make me feel bad. But I love to also look at the circumstances around the situation, you know. Yes, you're being exploited. Yes, it's a bad situation. Yes, the salary is really bad. But hey, these are the things you get when you're trying to relocate, to move in another country, to redevelop yourself, to rebrand yourself, to become a new person. And what do you do in these situations? You look at the things you have to do to put you in the right position to get the advantages of the services in that system, you know. You cannot just keep looking at it and say, yeah, they're taking advantages of me, it's not good, the salary is bad, the situation is bad. You have to key into what you have to do to make those situations better. So yes, it's not the best situation, it's really bad, but can you change it? Yes. And because you know you can change it, then you should just take the good notes out of, you know, the bad situation and keep going on.
And in comparison to what you would be getting paid for doing the same job in Nigeria, do you know how much you would be getting paid for that same job?
As a graduate doing the same job in Nigeria, a holiday rental agency in Nigeria is not really a good paying sector. You want to get paid well in Nigeria, you have to work in the oil and gas industry or real estate, you know, stuff like that. So you'll be paid basically almost the same thing. But of course, standard of living in Nigeria is lesser. So if you're paying that amount in Nigeria, you could survive.
So technically, your well-being would be better in Nigeria at that specific time.
Of course.
Okay. So if you're conscious that you're taking a few steps back, which is a crazy concept in Europe, because everyone will think, if you come to Europe, it's because your life is better here than where you came from.
Yeah.
But the reality is you took a few steps backwards. So what makes you believe that the steps forward will be better? What inspires you to deal with that, knowing that you're taking some steps backwards because you see light ahead of you?
Well, for me, primarily, from the country I come from, Nigeria, the system doesn't enable you to get to where you want to get to. When I say the standard of living in Nigeria is better, so of course, if you're getting paid this money, you should live better in Nigeria. But the question is, will you actually get the job? Are the jobs available for you to be able to earn this money to live properly? So I needed to be in an enabling system that will help me build myself, become a brand, figure out what I want to do, discover myself, and achieve what I want to achieve as well in life.
Are you happy?
At the moment, in general, I am happy.
What would make you happier?
So many things, really. To getting a better job will make me happier, a better, more comfortable job where I can actually use the skills I acquired. I am a family-oriented person, so I would love to have a family of my own, have my children, have a responsibility of building and protecting a family. And I would also like to put a smile on people's faces by helping them go through this same challenges that I am facing. Because especially when you relocate, you need information, you need to talk to people, you need a group and a team, and I would like to be part of this in other people's lives.
And speaking about happiness, there's also the other side of the coin, which is sadness. When you came to Barcelona, you've experienced homelessness here.
Exactly.
Could you explain the first 24 hours you spent in the street when you actually had to sleep in the street? What do you remember? How did that first night go?
Well, it was, I was in a terrible situation. I couldn't pay my rent anymore. I was already owing some rent where I was living, and my landlord couldn't take it anymore, especially because he was also, taking care of the building for someone else. So he was working for someone else and he couldn't take it anymore. So he had to kick me out. And I was just left there on the streets with my luggages. But I found someone allowed me to put my things in his store. So I had my duffel bag, and I knew a safe place or a seemingly safe area where people would always chill out the whole night. So I went to parallel area because it's also kind of busy, So my first night, I'm sitting outside there. I think the most troubling part of that night was my thoughts, because I was thinking so much. It was almost getting really dangerous. It was cold. It was really, really terrible. I was scared because it was the first time actually, and I was basically lost. I didn't know what to do. I really didn't know who to talk to. So for me, it was also a moment of sober reflection, to think about my life and the next steps to take, especially the fact that I was in a city that was not home.
One thing that I understand, jumping back to the work aspect, I've always said marketing, 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 but I know what you really love is customer service.
Yeah.
So how has your experience, your homeless experience, made you a better professional at customer service?
Patience. It makes you really, really patient. And to be at the top of your game as a customer service professional, you need to have patience with your customers, because when you try to solve problems for people, or when people bring problems to you, people want to buy certain things. Some people don't even know what they want. You know, they need your advice, they need your guidance, they need your support. And we all have different moments in our lives when so many things are going on. You need to be patient with a lot of people. Your intention as a customer service person is to solve problems for services or products that people have subscribed or bought. But you could meet them at very bad times. Whatever product they have bought or service they have subscribed to could be going very bad, and they will be very furious. They have the right to be angry. They have the right to be upset. You need to be very patient and professional.
And one of the things that I'm obviously aware of is you've entered the help program with Homeless Entrepreneur.
Yeah.
How did you find Homeless Entrepreneur?
Really, really encouraging. First of all, you have a group of people to talk to you. In my time being homeless, I found out that being silent and not having anybody to talk to could be really dangerous to the mental health. So, first of all, they bring you a team and there's so many people to talk to you. This helps you a lot to air out your problems, your challenges, and you get a lot of advice. So I see them first as a very good first point of contact when you are really challenged, especially in homeless situations.
And also a few things, things have gone quite quickly, right? Because within the past few weeks, you went from, being homeless and trying to find a place and having no work and not being able to do your photo shoot that you wanted to do yet.
Exactly.
You went from that. Explain your current situation.
Currently, I am working as a customer service and teleoperator for a company called Canon. And it's a research and market, market research and opinion poll company. And at the moment, we're doing research based on internet browsing habits for iPhone users in the Canadian market. It's been a wonderful team. The working environment is really warm. So also, of course, this brings joy to any employee.
What's your schedule like? When do you work?
I work from 6 p.m. in the evening to 2 a.m. Because of the time difference. So you have to work at this hour so you can grab the guys in Canada at their working hours or when, it's good for them. And the management of the company too has been good. And this change has, of course, brought some more happiness to me. Because for a while, I have been looking for something to do, sitting at home for so long and had been frustrating. So yeah, it's been a positive change.
You also will be starting another job, right? Two. You go from 0 to 2. And describe what you'll be doing at the second job.
And the second job, it's a bakery. The name of the bakery is called Bio. And I will be doing some marketing for them, a couple of hours in the week. But basically, my idea or the idea I have is to promote the bakery, the ideas of the bakery, its services, and also to find collaboration between the bakery and restaurants and hotels, and of course individuals. Make sure as much people coming to the bakery to enjoy the beautiful breads and pan that you have available there, and the cakes, really delicious and amazing stuff. The art behind it is really nice. I will encourage anybody who's watching to search this bakery out. It's in the heart of Barcelona. But yeah, I'll be doing some marketing for them, try to see how to grow the business, take it to the next level, and we'll see how it goes.
Okay. And also, previously you mentioned that you've always wanted to do a professional photo shoot, and you've been able to get some professional pictures. How does it make you feel?
I feel good. I feel confident. I feel relaxed and happy. It's good to get things that you wish you want to do and you get them done and you see it happening. So yeah, I feel good. Yeah? I feel happy.
Well, you look good too.
Yeah,
you look good too. So the last question that I really have is, it looks like you're going in the right direction. You sound happier than I think at the beginning when you were, in a harder situation.
Yeah.
How do you plan on passing and transferring this opportunity to others in the future, because that's one of the most important aspects. You know, once you have the opportunity, you also have an obligation to create that opportunity for others. So how would you like to open up new opportunities for people experiencing homelessness once you get back on your feet in the right moment?
Well, I love this question. One crazy thing about me is that I love a lot of my happiness as well comes from seeing people smiling, you know. So I would love to give back, first of all, by joining the homeless entrepreneur team, in whatever aspect, I would like to volunteer, you know, to help people. Of course, I'm not just going to walk to the streets and just, you know, grab a homeless person and say, coming, you know. So I would like to work with the team in whatever aspects I could work. As much as I also have access to talk to people about homelessness, I will give them my advice and my word. And I will also, in my own space and time, encourage people and tell them about homeless entrepreneurs and how they can also support the cause. Tell them about the ideas and what the company is doing, and I mean, so we can all grow together, you know, put some more smiles on other people's faces the way the organization is putting a smile on my face. So yeah, I would like to be part of the team.
Okay, and just to end the interview, I think the most coherent thing would be giving your best smile.
Yeah. Always a positive person. Always with a smile on my face.
Thanks a lot. Really appreciate your time, Larry.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. It's been a nice time as well. Andrew, thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
Okay, how was that?
Yeah, really good.
Excellent.
Just like that.
There you go. In the back. Uh-huh. There we go. This is like Men in Black, right?
Yeah.
Without the slap at the end of the Oscars.